Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So good to see you. Today we are doing part 2 of the 5,000 hour video. A feat so large it took 2 videos just to get all the content out. And again, thank you all for supporting me through the journey. So with that being said, we're going to showcase off our exploration progress. This was something that was requested in the comments of my last video, and I realized, you know what? Some people are probably interested in the semantic sides of things, so I'm going to show off more of the statistical side of how 5,000 hours can play in to a Genshin Impact player's lifespan. So at this point, you can see that I've 100%ed every single area in the game. No exceptions. It's a goal of mine to 100% the entire Teyvat map. You can see from my Hoyo Lab statistics that I have 863 days played as of, what is today's date? February 9th of 2023. I have 817 achievements, 48 characters in total, 286 waypoints unlocked, all of the oculi from Animo, Geo, Electro, and Dendro available. Domains unlocked, 48, Abyss 12-3, and then all the chests, 177, 470, 1,548, 2,444, and 145 of Remarkable. For a grand total of 4,784 chests total found in Teyvat. Now here's a couple of team compositions I put together. My Ayaka and Ayato, Hu Tao, Raiden Shogun, a couple of different Raiden Shogun builds, a couple of different Al-Haytham builds. This is a friendship level team. The next team that I'm going to showcase is going to be my Aggravate team, which I messed around and threw in Elisa in there. And then the final team would be the Hyper Balloon team with Al-Haytham, and just an empty slot for whoever the heck else I want next. With that being said, now we're going to go into my inventory and kind of spec what my 5-star and 4-star weapons are looking like. And you can see it's not looking like a large whale like some of you might have thought. We are instead working with a lot of 4-star weapons for most of our characters. I only have about 2 lines of 5 stars, and I don't refine them because I don't get a lot of them. The only one that obviously is the exception is Ayaka's weapon. We did go all in to make sure that she gets the, thing that she deserves. Now, my artifacts are my pride and joy. This is what I spend all my time and most of my time doing. I have multiple lines of level 20 up until this artifact right here. All the way from that artifact upward, it's all level 20 5-star artifacts. I've spent very large amount of my 5,000 hours on that aspect. Now here we're looking at the open world farming materials that you can get from killing enemies in Teyvat, and I have accumulated a lot along with spending some resin on weapon and other enhancement items. And then here is just some of my food. I've made a lot. I mean, you should see the 5-star as soon as you get down 1,279, and I've used a bunch of those recently for showcases and everything. I was over 1,300 of them, but I have just put in so much time in the crafting of food, crafting of everything that you see here, collecting things as I go. I got 6,754, I think it said, of the I forgot what it was, but that fruit, the yellow fruit that you can grab in the open world. All the fishing poles, I've gotten all the fishing poles from the Fishing Association. Any limited time event stuff like the harp and the drum, the guitar, I got it all. Everything related to quests, everything is located there. My resin's at 4 condensed right now, so I got to use that artifact soon. But you can see I got 124 of dream solvent. I spent a lot of time doing the weekly bosses, and only recently, within the last few weeks, I'd say, or month, I'd stopped doing all 6 or however many weekly bosses are available. 359 of the Dendro Sigil. Currently, this is the second half of version 3.4 that this video is being recorded on, so I do not have a capability of reaching the max level for the, I don't even know what it's called, tree and Sumeru. All those teapot things, I just glossed through them because I've got a lot in my teapot. Now we're going to go over to the trusty handy dandy notebook over here and kind of look at all the weapons that I've currently unlocked and what I'm missing, all the enemies that I've found, along with all the animals in the open world too. That's something that I recently looked at and realized I didn't have all the animals, so I started really looking for those specific ones to finish off that list. Then the geography part of things, all the location viewpoints that you can find and take a snapshot of. I should have all of them, I hope. Just from exploring hardcore, I'm pretty sure I've gotten all of them. All of the open world quests, so the Archon quest should be completed along with the story quest. That anything that shows here should be done, so 127 is the max. All of the books that I've located, I've got 167 entries, it looks like, to this section here. Materials. You can see that I've got all these good things here. I'm just going to kind of gloss through them. I don't have all the food made yet because some of them you need certain characters to get their alternative versions of. And as we know, I don't have all the characters because I am not a whale. I do heavily invest into the characters I have and like, though. Those are the ones I pull for. Those are the ones I try to get C6 if possible with multiple banners. Both the C6 characters I have, speaking of which, took 2 banners to accomplish. You can see that I'm AR 60. I've completed all my quests, and that quest that's showing right now is a limited time event of 3.4 phase 2. All of the hangout events have been completed. The experience section, the guide section of the Traveler's Handbook, and the in battle section as well have been 100% completed. I have 817 achievements. You can see that there's only a few sections that I'm missing, like the Sumeru one right now. Whatever the final area is going to be released has not been released or even leaked yet, so we have no idea what that's going to be. The Genius Innovation TCG, I haven't finished yet. Elemental Specialist, I never cared about. I just play who I want and let it come naturally. And the funny thing is, the Hero's Journey, I'm still missing Bounty of the Earth, because when I got to 770 about a year ago, I just stopped going for books because I was getting them naturally from events and I didn't need them. I wasn't leveling up characters constantly because I didn't pull for every character. My battle pass is level 47. I always level 58, usually with about 14 days left, so we'll see that at level 50 once again. I've got every single wing glider in the game, and anywhere where there's a tree, I've made sure I've maxed it out. So Inazuma, Sumeru, Dragon Spine, I mean anywhere that there is a leveling system where it just takes time for you to grind, I have made sure I've gotten them all. The Dendro Sigil right now, like I said, level 40 is the maximum as of version 3.4 phase 2, but you can see max level reach for the current version. Once again, I actually forgot about this Chasm one. This was a very highly anticipated area, and when the Chasm got released, we finally got another thing to grind, level 10 for the Luminous Adjuvant. Also, this little genie guy who just got released in Sumeru, you can tell he's max level because he's got the 3 wings on him. That's an easy way to tell what level he is. 1, 2, and 3 wings would be the leveling. Now again, for reputation level, max level for every single area. All quests are completed, 100% exploration. It's just light work at this point. It's literally what I do because I enjoy the grind and I enjoy the game. Every single area is 100% complete except for Sumeru, because Sumeru is still currently, as of this recording, being released. But no different from everything else. 90% completed with 31 of 36 quests completed. It will be 36 after the final event, the final update releasing the final area. On to proof. You guys want to see how many times I have done the reputation stuff. Ooh, those 2 achievements, getting 60 of the Serenity Teapot tunes, and then the Zoo Tycoon getting 100 of the animals caught. But hey, forget that. 345 for the requests and bounties. I have done 345. Put that in perspective, compare, I guarantee there is a large difference between mine and yours, because I've been doing that since the 3rd day of the release of the game, and I found out about it probably a week afterwards. Of course, this isn't a showcase about my Abyss being shown. I have 36 stars for this current phase, and 36 stars for every phase for the last year, because that's what it shows up to. And just to further the point that I am not a whale, here's every 5-star and 4-star character that I own in the game. You can see that I'm missing a pretty hefty amount of the 5 stars, and even some of the 4 stars too don't have, like Candace and a few of the other ones. Again, like I was talking about earlier, the experience and in battle sections, all levels have completed on that too and gotten all rewards. For the newest TCG section, I've got all level rewards for that as well, level 10 at max. And then for the teapot, max level for that's been for a while though. And also, I went for Fit for a King because it's only 20,000 Adepto energy needed, but you already know that there's 5 different sections that you can choose from, and I've made sure that I got Fit for a King on all of them except for Cool Isle, because that's the one that I haven't messed with too much. But these last 2 is when I've really heavily invested into my teapot, and the first 2 I wasn't that interested in way back in the beginning, so that kind of tells you where I'm at. Now we're going to showcase some of my characters, some of my strongest characters and well-built characters. Because let's be honest, this is an AR60 showcase of 5,000 hours played. And it's not a true showcase unless the characters which are heavily invested into get their moment of shining. So I'm just showing off some of my best builds, some of the characters I've heavily invested into the most. I'm not going to show off everyone's artifact builds and go deep dive into it because that would take too long. If you're interested, I do have other videos showcasing their damage and their builds, kind of explaining more of the semantic sides. And if you're interested in that, go ahead and check out those other videos. Plenty of fun content for that aspect if you're looking for that. But with that being said, this is going to bring us to the end of the video. I do not have much more to show here. As you can see, I've put in a crap ton of time, and it pays off because the damage is beautiful. So with that being said, thank you so much for your support. I mean, literally, we would be nothing without you guys tuning in every day, checking it out. I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me, and I hope you continue to support me in the long journey. I will continue to do these videos as long as you guys keep wanting them. With that being said, it's going to mark the end of the video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ad Astra, Abisask.